Good morning, everybody. Going on to rant number 2, I guess. Today I wanted to talk about many different things. Teresa, my stepdaughter, actually daughter, John's daughter, is coming by today, and we're going to divide the ashes so I can take them. Found out yesterday through the health department in Shelby County that I cannot get the ritual tattoo done here. He said to check in Jefferson County to see if they could do it there because their laws are a little bit different. So I'm going to check that out today. Life goes on. I got to cut the grass. It's been raining so hard that I haven't been able to, so I'm going to try and get that done today. Gotta say, speaking of Teresa, John would be so proud of her. From the get-go, when I first called her in, he had the stroke Thursday the 27th. That evening, he said not to call her, but the next morning after he had the heart attack and was in a coma, I called her. She came immediately, pretty much, as soon as she could get there. And from the very beginning, she has always said that she hadn't seen her dad as happy as he was when we got together. Same thing people told me at work, that when John and I got together, it was the happiest that they had seen me. Bittersweet happiness now. Happiness is setting in that he was in my life, is in my life, is always going to be in my heart. Saddened that he's no longer in my life physically. But anyway, back to Teresa. I'm sorry. Might go all over the place. She told them all, the hospital staff, that I have all the rights of his spouse because we weren't legally married, which I talked about that the other day, I think. We had tabled that till after we were together a year. I wonder if you can posthumously, is that the right word? I don't know. Have a marriage. Something to think about. But you know what? We were already married as far as I was concerned, and as far as John was concerned, we were a couple. There was no getting around that. He didn't care who knew it. Neither did I. I told him, I said, honey, if I could, I would go to the mountaintops and shout it out. Which, I've sort of done that. Everybody at work knew. But, here I go again. Through the whole process of waiting a week, keeping him on life support for a week because they said that people have been known to come out of it. So I was hoping and praying that he would, but he never did. But when John passed, and I think I did talk about this with the car issue, she's signing it over, giving me the information so that I can take the title and have it in my name, transfer the car into my name. I've heard so many stories of people that I've known people. A good friend of mine lost his partner of 30-some years. And the night that his partner went into the hospital, and when he passed, the whole staff was really great to him. But the next day when he called to find out information, he was not a registered family member. This was before marriage came about. Because that's one of the odd things now. But anyway, they would not give him any information. It took this guy, my friend, over a year to find out where his partner's remains ended up. A year of trying to find this out. The horribleness of that. Family members when they lost their partner, the partner's family come in and took everything. I've seen it. I hear it in the stories. There's one guy right now that is having to get a lawyer and sue for his rightful place as his husband, his partner, and ownership. If it was a husband and wife, there would have been no question. They would have been able to come in and do what they did, or doing, or trying to do. But so far, one friend that I've talked to that has lawyered up, as he says, is getting what's there. Hearing stories of people that have been together decades. Some have only been together months, like John and I were. We were only together 8 months altogether from the first contact. 7 months for the actual, when we first met. Because when we first met, it was automatic. There was no question about it. He would be mine, I would be his. Yeah. I had a psychic friend tell me that John would be, by the end of the year, the last year, we would be in love, and we would be moving in together. Well, we didn't move in together until between February and April. Long story that I ain't going into. But we were still together even then. I didn't talk to anybody else, quote, quote, because I'm not a date multiple people to begin with. And apparently John wasn't either. Because once we got together, that was it. That's all she wrote. Yeah, I'm watching the times to make sure I'm not turning into just ramble. I think I may go ahead and get the tattoo. And then do the ritual part later by adding to it. Because I checked online, there is a place that you can send the ashes to, and they will make it so that the ink is already got, that the ashes are in the ink. But it's like almost $300. I don't have that kind of money. Probably going to go this evening and get the tattoo. Because I want it. Finances, well, thank God, FMLA came through. I am approved, so I will be getting paid. That's one blessing. Doing the normal things, and one of the things that hit me was when I got the approval letter. It was like, okay, now. During the process of being able to process, getting the time off to process this, one of my biggest worries was not being able to have the money to take care of things while I'm taking time to process. Sounds weird. But that was there. The processing, once that came through, it's like, okay, now I can start working on healing, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not crying as much, although it still hits whenever it wants to. I'll hear a song, or I'll think of time. John and I always woke up at pretty much around 4 o'clock in the morning, both of us. It was just our natural time clocks. If he'd wake up early, he would go in the living room and watch TV in there. I'd wake up sometimes and he'd be on the couch asleep with the TV going. I'm like, oh, he woke up early. He didn't want to wake me up. I'd usually turn on the news first thing so I could see basically the weather. I don't care about the news. It's all bullshit. It's all who killed who in Shootingham. Oh, I'm sorry, Birmingham. That was one thing. John was not into guns. Thank God. He's butch enough as it is. He loved his NASCAR. I'll show you one time just how much. Let me pause this a second. Okay. I'm back. And to show you how much he was into NASCAR, I've got a whole suitcase here. Assembly line to finish line. Teamwork wins. Is that him? There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Oh, I haven't really gone through this, so sorry. I'm gonna have to see this later, then I can process it on my own. Sorry. Whew, I should have done that. Honey, we'll fix that. I didn't notice that's what that was. And here's another one. Well, that's one of the things. I don't have a lot of pictures of John younger. All the pictures I've got are ones I've taken. Fans stunned over loss. These are some of the things that John had that told you he was a NASCAR fan. I was a NASCAR widow, and that's okay. That was one of the funny things. I can't look at it anymore right now. The whole suitcase full. Plus, there's so many shirts. This was one of his. People talk about, some of the guys have talked about what to do with the clothes. They've given a lot away. There's ones that they can wear. It made them feel weird. To me, it's a comfort. Yeah, part of it was where we just moved in together. The house was still a wreck. And it still is. I don't know if I'll ever get around to getting it all done. Who knows? Maybe one day. I want to paint. Because the color of the walls is just hideous. But anyway. And that's one of the things John and I talked about. I've got the ceiling white to do that. Just haven't motivated myself to get in there and do it yet. I might want some help. Anybody seeing this that wants to come to Alabama and help me out, come on. Let me know you're coming. I've got air mattresses. I've got a double-sized bed, but I ain't talking about that. But I do have mattresses we can put out. Anyway. What a strange thing. God, these rants are just me rambling on, but it does help me out, I think. Thank you, George, for putting me onto this idea. Well, I'm going to get all the paperwork like I told you. Teresa's coming by and getting the paperwork to have it transferred into my name. Once that happens, I'm going to get it registered into my name and take it from there. Really weird, I got a letter from one of his credit cards that was a request to have me put on his card. I called and told him what happened, that he passed away, and so that card's canceled. I didn't even ask to have my name, since he was wanting to put my name on it. Can I go ahead and do it? No, I didn't even go there. So I went, fine, go away. If you are going through any kind of grief like this, get into the support group online. My problem, I don't have a problem with the support group, actually. It's nothing but support. But on a daily basis of checking and hearing about other people grieving and grieving myself and putting it out there, sort of, it's cathartic at times, but at the same point I don't want to be obsessed with it. Check in with the group. Oh, it's going to be I made some friends there that I may just, hey group, doing better, that kind of thing, but I don't think I want to live in there, like, because it's just going to be, it'd be like taking the last pair of pants that he had on, that I can smell him on, and that's fading already. In a picture of him and just sitting and holding it and just weeping and wailing. I don't want to do that. John would haunt my ass for that, wouldn't you, baby? I know you would. Where do I go from here? I don't know. We'll find out. Right now, I'm just chilling out. I've got to cut the grass, do a few things. Life happens. Now that I don't have to worry about paycheck, I know that I'll have that. I can relax. This one's going to be a shorter one. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I really want to talk about. I am creating a page. I had started out a page after second date, or actually after first date, actually. Because we've been talking for over a month when we finally met, so that it was like just an automatic thing. I started out because in one of the groups I'm in, the guys are talking about trying to find love. It's an older gentleman for friendship and relationships group on Facebook. And being on there, one of the things in the group is guys wanting to find the one, whatever. And when they do, it's good to spread that even it can happen. And one of the things I wanted to do was because finding my soulmate at 60 years old was amazing. I was just so thrilled and happy, and like I told you, I'd shout it from the rooftops. Well, I started out with, this is our journey in our relationship, because it was so strong. And I would add to it as the dates go by, and we'd go out on a date, and if I took pictures, which usually I did, somewhere, some kind. Sometimes I didn't. Now I look back here, why didn't I? But, oh well. And different things and where we went. And then once we moved in together, I stopped working on it for a while because I was living life with John. Doing things. So I went back in and I'm adding to it. I found some pictures of him in his car that he loved dearly. A 62 Dodge Polara 500. His daughter says she has tons of pictures, and so I'm going to get those, and I'm going to create a section of the site dedicated to John's family and his life before me. And I'm going to move the car pictures off of our page. That page is going to work so much that I can get so far of what our life was. And then I'm going to have prior to us. I think that's what I'll call it. Well, it's time for me to get started doing stuff around the house. Boudreaux's constantly wanting to go. Every time I go out, he wants to jump in the car and go to the park. Which, yesterday it rained so bad there was no way. So I might take him to the park later today. So, thanks for watching. Leave your comments. Tell me what you want to hear. Ask questions. I'll answer them. So here it goes. Thank you much. So, positive and healing energy sent to everyone out there. Thank you.